السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته بلاتينيين. اليوم حلقة جديدة من تختيمة فاينل فانتسي 16. طولنا في التختيم صح؟ عشان ما نطول برضه في المقدمة خلونا نبدأ. آخر اشي انا وصلت انه في هنا اشي بدنا نصيده، اشي بدنا نصيده. يا الله وين تمام. هو احنا زي ما فهمنا انه في صحراء بالكروي في دنماركيا، بس ما فهمنا شو المكان. طيب خلينا نروح ندور في دنماركيا. بالكروي، هاي صحراء بالكروي بدنا نمشطها، بس انا ما اتوقع انه موجود هون، لانه هون كأنه قطاع الطرق وبالاخر طلع لنا سلمندر. هون هم بالعاده بيكونوا في اماكن ما فيها حدا، ما فيها وحوش، يعني هو لحاله بواجهه. بما انه المنطقه هاي هيك، بما انه التجار بمروا يعني من دراميل تجار ليش طيب خلينا نجرب نمشط الصحراء بالنص. نشوف مثلا هون ممكن هون يعني قريب من المنطقة. نبدأ هون احنا نشوف. تعال اركض 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 مثل شو قال له؟ قال له مثل الرياح صح؟ قال له مثل الويند. اقدر انط هون؟ هوبا. ايش الويند في الموضوع اذا مش قادر انط هذا سنتيين؟ طيب ماشي نلف اللفة. شو بدنا نسوي؟ ارمح امبروزيا. ايه والله هاي كلها مسكرة. شو بدنا نعمل هسه؟ نلف اللفة عن جد. طلع شباب بما انه احنا باول البارت لا تنسوا صلاتكم، نوهكم عليها جد. ما تنسوا صلاتكم، الفروض من والصلوات من اهم الامور في الحياة. لا تخلي الملهيات دائما تنسيك الصلاة. فمشان هيك اذا انتو فعليا مش مصليين وقفوا المقطع وروحوا صلوا واخشعوا وبروية، وبعدين تعالوا كملوا عادي. معانا الوقت. معانا وقت يعني عادي. صلاة مقابل الوقت اللي انت بتقضيه في الملهيات والافلام والالعاب والقصص. هي الوحش يكون ولا اشي، يعني تلاقيها يعتبرها زي زكاة الوقت. فأتمنى انه تأدوا الفروض قبل ما نبدأ. نعم انه هو كما وصف. تعال أدنى. تمشيطة سريعة. محظوظين ان لقينا بسرعة اصلا. جمد كمان واحدة. انا هيك سريع بدي اخلص منك. مشكلة مستوى 45. مع ذلك مش زي دروغل اللي قاتلناه قبل كم من حلقة. كان مستواي اقل من هيك ومستوى 50. اوه 76,000 والله اجرمنا. انا قدرات جيبة عجبتني جدا، قدرات بتمكنك من الانزلاق صراحة. شفتوا كيف؟ هذا اللي قصدي فيه، بتمكنك من الانزلاق. يعني انت بتقدر تجمده، بتقدر تزحلق بسرعة، تتجاوز بسرعة. اتوقع اني انهيتك، كنت سهلا نوعا ما. اسد على ثعبان على مجنح على نسر مش عارف شو، وضعك متدهور يا معلم. جاي تقاتل مصدق حالك. 41,000 مش بطال. اتوقع انه خلص عليه. شو بده يطلع لنا منه؟ يطلع لنا منه شيء محرز، بدنا نعمل سيف. هاي كمان ترقية. الشاي اللذيذ الساخن اللذيذ، هذا اللي طلع لنا منه. والله بتفيدني عن جد في الصياغة. برجع لكم هسه سريع انتم. عن مين بتحكي؟ ارجعي مش فاهم.
So, will it be?
شفتوا؟ لسه بدنا فولاد داكن، فولاد داكن وقرن معركة بداية. من وين بدي تجيبهم هذول؟ فولاد داكن بدي 2 مش 1. ثلاثة طويلة. شو عندنا هنا مهام؟ تبادل أماكن 2 هون. الواجب الأبدي، وضع الحد. يلا تبادل أماكن 2. انتي ولا مش انتي؟ مش انتي، انت معناته. شو اسمه؟ ماثيو. دور.
Clive, you'll be pleased to know that the negotiations are progressing well.
That is good news.
Yes.
على اخبار جميلة.
Randala has just sent word that the contract should be signed very soon. I still have much and more to prepare. It's a huge undertaking moving this many bearers at once.
بدك تتحمل. شو بدك تعمل؟
favor, could you?
يا رجال وين؟ تعنا بسلافة بسيطة زي هيك.
Wild beasts?
Nothing like that. I just need you to go over to the caravans and ask El how long we have until the bearers arrive. Find out exactly how much faster I need to get all these supplies moved.
All right. I'll go and ask.
Thanks, Clive. I owe you one.
بعض من الكب كيك السريع. سوري كنت طافي المايك. تحدث إلى إلويز. هسه كنت ما بتسولفيش مع حدا.
Don't blame yourself, El. This is their fault, not yours. I know, but no buts about it, all right?
شوفي قولي.
Is something wrong?
Vonnie came to give me a message from our intermediary. The talks with the Republican Army have fallen through. They've reached an agreement with the Silver Peak Consortium instead. Though prices have fallen of late, we deliberately offered above the going rate to try and deter other bidders. But the Consortium offered double what we did, and the Army jumped at the chance.
And you had no opportunity to make a counteroffer?
None at all. And we were so close.
El, what's happened? I saw
خربت
Vonnie
الدنيا.
leaving. She didn't look happy.
And with good reason.
خربت الدنيا يا سيدي. بس هذا اللي
But I
صار.
thought we were the only ones the Fist was speaking to about the bearers. How did the Consortium even find out about this?
It's not so surprising. They have ears all over the Republic. This isn't over. The Consortium will have to sell
راحوا
these
المساكين.
bearers eventually, and at the price they paid, buyers will be few and far between. I'm going to Randalar myself.
Alone? You sure that's wise?
Are you offering to be my bodyguard? How kind. Meet me at the checkpoint near the capital
هيك
gate.
خلاص
I'll send an
كيفك
owl ahead and
الموضوع.
request a meeting. You go to Cashlock, Theo, and get everything ready. We've waited far too long as it is. Even if I fail to free these bearers, there will be others. Someone needs to prepare the place and keep any prowling beasts at bay.
Oh, and that's me, is it? Well, it looks like I'm following orders till she gets back from meeting the Silver Peak Consortium, who've been doing their best to undermine our scheme. She'll never join them after this,
ما
should
زبطت مخططاتكم.
No, she said it herself. She
للأسف.
still has plans for Cashlock, even if this one falls through. She means to stay with us then. I can't say I'm not happy to hear it, but is this what she really wants?
لو ما بدها يزن ما
You have to trust
بتضل.
her.
ما بتضل لو ما بدها.
You're right. It's what she wants now.
هسه تعال
Fells off
نروح
fighting for the cause, I
نساندها
should do my
وفكك
part
روح
too.
على اشلوك
So I
انت
bid you
اشلوك
farewell
من
and
عاد شو
safe
اسمها
travels, my friend.
بالعربي
I'll gather my
مترجمينها
men and
بطريقة
leave for
غريبة.
Cashlock. We'll make sure the place is well
كسقلوك
stocked and defended.
اسمين.
You go to
كسقلوك.
Randalar and see if you can stop my
رحمونا.
sister biting the Consortium's heads off. If she won't
كاش
consider her
لوك
prospects, someone
عادي.
has to.
كاف ألف
I'll do my best.
شين لوك تو طيبة. بدنا نعلمهم كمان
Right.
شغلهم.
To Randalar.
فوق ما بنلعب ألعابهم كمان نعلمهم شغلهم. لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله. والله ما بعدها هاي. أنا ضلك تراكض اليوم. الوسخ كيف ضربني.
I hope I didn't keep you waiting. Did you arrange to speak with the consortium?
جاهز الأمور يلا ننطلق.
Here they are now.
You wish to consult with me?
I did. It's about the bearers you recently purchased from the Fist. We had all but finished making arrangements to buy them ourselves, and then you stepped into the fray.
You misunderstand. The consortium had an interest in purchasing them from the very first. It was only our regard for you that kept us from bidding. But your hesitancy in accepting our offer to you suggested that the regard was not mutual. And so we resumed our business.
I did not hesitate. I am simply not inclined to make such decisions without first giving them due consideration. But what is done is done. Come then.
بدك قصة تعطيني اياهم. ايوه هيك.
Yes, you are too late.
من اذانه ايش دعوه؟
We rarely take on such unconventional merchandise without a purchaser in mind.
مش اتفقت معاه على
Belong
سعر؟
to him now.
Who is your buyer?
A trader from across the water. A most demanding fellow, if it's any consolation. He insisted the bearers be fed, dressed, even given their own bunks for the voyage over.
ايه.
That's what you get when you deal with continental types.
I wouldn't know.
Oh yes, the culture on the continent is quite different to ours. They pay good money for bearers not fit for the knacker's yard, and treat them like kings. But as long as they pay...
That does sound unusual.
في شيء مش صح.
No
جد.
matter then. If they've already left our shores, there's little that can be done. Allow me to withdraw my interest. And with it, my interest in joining your organization.
My
يلا.
associates will be sorry to hear that.
انا مش مقتنع لسه في شيء. في شيء مش واضح. اعطوني كوبا من الشاي. قصدي رشفة من الشاي.
I'm sorry you weren't able to save them.
As am I. But I only have myself to blame. He was right, you see. The Silver Peak Consortium did intend to buy those bearers before I did. Their representative hinted at a possible purchase when he came to recruit me. I feigned interest in joining them in the hope he might be encouraged to tell me more. And he did just that. As soon as he left, I sent my own offer to Randalar.
So you never...
No. I entertained the Consortium's proposal solely so I could learn more about those
يا حرام.
bearers.
كيف الناس
I was
بتضحي
a fool
بدون
to
ما
think
حدا
they
يعرف.
wouldn't find
الظاهر
out.
غير.
I knew exactly who I
دائما
was dealing
الظاهر
with.
او بالغالب الظاهر
tried.
غير.
I did. And if what he said was true, the bearers are to be well treated. Which is something, at
افضل من
least.
لا شيء على الاقل.
They deserved more. I wanted so badly to see them freed.
Eloise! Eloise! Word from Cashlock. The village is under attack.
ايه.
A pack of beasts have come down from the mountains, and there's a dragon at its head.
اكلوا هو
The
الشباب.
only others are trying to hold them off as best they can, but the odds are against them. They need help, and fast.
Theo!
I'll go on ahead.
Thank you, Clive. I'll gather some men and join you there. Just... make sure he's safe.
Hold on, Theo.
بدي اضطر اقفز هون واجي من هون. يا. اللي حنه في مسلة لنقطع.
Good girl. Fly, Ambrosia.
هاي حركة القفز.
No need to ride from here.
تعال وين التنين اللي بيحكوا عنه؟ لعبة التنانين. جيبهم.
Where's Theodore?
Upriver!
He led the dragon that way to keep it from the village, but the whole area's flooded with ether.
We just have to pray he makes it out in one piece.
يلا 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 ابعد هيك مسويها.
Torgal, with me. Thanks, girl. Damn it. This is too thick. These creatures have already turned. Enough.
لو غاد. وين ثيو؟
I can't waste any more time.
ليش هيك
I need to
الجرافيك؟
find Theodore before that dragon does.
في شيء سيء الجرافيك. ايه هاو
Like
كني
it's found
قوي.
me. This thing's turned as well. This isn't going to be easy. Nice try.
بس هيك احنا ما نقدر نتسلى عليك. احنا ما عندنا مزح في السوالف هاي. خذ بالرقبة بالراس وين ما بدك. بس هو فوق ويعطي الألت هيك كأني. اتوقع انك انتهيت. ما عندنا احنا تنانين وحوش عفاريت اسود افاعي هيك بس للاسف يعني على الكباب. لا حتى انتم كمان ما بتتاكلوا حرام.
Clive? Theodore, you had me worried for...
نتحول كنا هوا.
We have to get you out of here.
استنشقك ايثر كثير.
I think it might be a little too late for that. Bearer or no, there's only so much ether a man can take, and that Drake just wouldn't let me leave. You have my thanks, Sid, for finishing what I could not.
نهاية مأساوية
For
ثيودور.
keeping Elle's dream.
Theodore!
للأسف تحول.
Don't make me do this.
Stop it, Theo! Stop!
Stay back, Eloise! He's turned. And so will you. Theodore. Take care
ولا شيء.
of my sister. Theodore. Wait. Goodbye. Oh.
للأسف.
Theo! Theo!
بتتحول مجنونة. خلص ارجعي. مات. مشكلة الإيثر كمان بخليك جثة، يعني بتناثر في الهواء.
Thank you, Clive. I think I'll be all right now.
That was true bravery he showed. Leading the dragon away from the village like that. His first instinct was always to protect people. To put others' well-being before his own.
وداعا ثيودور.
And now he's gone. Because I sent him to that place. Against his will.
It wasn't against his will. He was ready to do whatever it took to show you he could stand on his own. So that you would finally be free to live your own life.
To live my own life. He never could come to terms with the choice I made.
What exactly happened? You once told me Theo was the first bearer you ever helped.
قصة كمان.
We grew up in Canva. We were born to one of the great trading houses. And I was chosen to inherit the family business. I had my father's head for figures, you see. Theo did not. While I studied the art of commerce, he played at soldiers instead. A late bloomer. In more ways than one. For unlike most bearers, it wasn't until his 15th summer that his powers awakened. My parents tried to drive him out of the house and into the care of the constables. But before they could, I took him into mine.
Theo told me something else. He clearly admired your devotion to the cause of freeing others like him from slavery. But he said you deserved a better life than this. He wanted to free you from what he called your bonds, just as you freed him from his.
I would be lying if I said I had not wondered from time to time how much easier my life might have been if I had allowed Theo to be taken and devoted myself to the family business instead. But I have never regretted the decision I made. Being with my brother meant more to me than tradition or reputation. I only had to look at him to remind myself of that night and the choice I made and the fact that I would make the same choice again in a heartbeat. He was never a burden. How could he even think that? If anything, I was the one who weighed him down.
You weren't, Eloise. He said it himself. that he had always been grateful to you for saving him, and that he wanted to repay you by letting you live the life you were denied. Neither you nor Theo weighed each other down. You loved one another. You did whatever was necessary to continue living your lives together, and you always would have.
You're right. All I ever wanted, all I ever did, it was so we could be together. Oh, Theo, why did you have to... I know Theo wanted me to move on, but I'm staying here at the Crimson Caravans to continue our work.
المساكين هذول.
We can make a difference here. We can help people, save them. I need nothing more from life than that. So I'll carry on doing what we do, ensuring that goods, people, bearers get where they need to be, bringing smiles to people's faces just like we always have, and to Theo's, wherever he is. This is the life I have chosen, the life I will always choose.
I've made a choice of my own.
أو المتوفى.
To continue helping you however I can, whenever you need it.
Thank you, Clive.
المشكلة هيك بالقصص الحزينة بقدرش أعبر.
For Theodore.
هاي تشكوب تشبوك تشكوب اللي هو خاط كثير. نفس النار صار سكارلت. وين ظل مهام؟ مهام فرعية كثيرة كثيرة. ايه سيريل هذا صاحب ما نعرف مين.
Is there aught the Undying might assist you with this day?
Perhaps. My brother said that your order was helping him with his quest to uncover Ultima's origins. Have you learned anything of note since last we spoke?
Little and less, I regret to report.
I see.
Be assured, however, that we will not rest until the truth is known. Even now, our archaeologians scour ruins in every corner of the realm for traces of Ultima's touch.
Fallen ruins, I take it. Dating back as far as Phoenix Gate.
واقعون هذول مش كلام.
Ultima's thralls are oft sighted among the remnants.
أتوقع إنه له ألسمة علاقة فيهم.
As if protecting
حتى لو ما فرعي قصدي أنا في القصة ككل له علاقة.
Our methods be of interest, my lord.
قوتهم غريبة أصلاً مبينين زي الآليين.
To observe some of our number at work.
Would that be possible?
They're falling.
Of course. A survey is being conducted not far from here. Perchance you are familiar with Kretov, a small hamlet built around a fallen airship. I was due to visit my colleagues there to collect their preliminary findings, but if you would consent to do so in my stead, I'm sure that they would be honored to relate any discoveries they have made to you
يلا بنروح هات احنا ليه جايين خلص.
All right. I'll go and meet with them.
They will be most gratified, I am sure. Might I suggest you take the road through Titan's Wake?
Thank you. I will.
I wish you a safe journey, my lord. May the Firebird's flames burn ever in your heart.
هذا المكان اللي اصلا مش مكشوف. ضليت اقول بدك شوفه بدك شوفه.
Good girl. Yeah.
رحت من الطريق الغلط. وإيش هجمتوا علي؟ طيب شو عاملكم أنا؟ ماشي بحال سبيلي يتركوني. هسه هذا بهجم علي.
No mistakes.
اللي تركني. هاي واقعون. وين ظل مناطق؟ بجوز مناطق ولود. هاي كمان في مسلة. ممتاز. يعني في حال أردنا أن نوصل هون مرة ثانية في مسلة. اوف ميتين الوضع.
Oh no. You'll pay for this. There may still be survivors.
جد عملت ليش هاي؟ يلا صرت قاضي عليهم. فيها قدام.
Ambrosia won't help me here.
هذا واقع قوي.
Whatever that thing is, say it's their leader.
بس لأنك مترنح أنا حاب أدمرك زيادة. مليح الترنح منيح. هزيمة. ايه شو هزيمة؟ انتصار سريع.
Should have stayed in the past.
والله. شو اللي جابهم اليوم مش عارف.
These must be Cyril's colleagues.
You have our thanks, stranger.
Who are you?
Ah, forgive me, my lord. I did not recognize you. You are Lord Rosfield, are you not?
ليه اللي عرفتني؟
We are archaeologians tasked with surveying this site. When the echoes appeared, our brothers here occupied their attentions. Thanks to them, and to you, we were, for a mercy, able to see our duty to its conclusion.
You call that a mercy?
شو
Your brothers might
شو
still
العبط
be
اللي انت
alive
فيه؟
if you put their safety before your duty. Surely this survey wasn't worth dying for.
We are charged with uncovering Ultima's origins, a duty of the highest import, as I'm sure you will agree.
And you think your dead brothers would agree with you too?
I know they would. They gave their lives for the cause, an honor to which all undying aspire. Now, to what do we owe the honor of your presence, Lord Marquis?
Cyril told me of your work here, and I agree to collect your findings in his stead.
I see. That is most kind. Pray, take them then, with our humble thanks. May the
يلا انت
firebird's
ويانا.
flame burn ever in your heart,
يلا
as
مش
it
عارف شو
does
وضعهم
in
هذول.
ours.
مشكوك فيكم انتم. طلعوا إصابة حشيش بعدين.
It's one thing to lay down your life for another, but for a survey... I suppose I'd better get this back to Cyril.
شو وضع القرية يعني؟ فتحت الطريق يعني. صار كله متواصل مع بعضه. تمام. ضل لي شي؟ ما ظنيت هاي كشفناها كلها. لا اتوقع هسه يحكي لي في ايش؟ في مهمة صيد في المنطقة هاي. مش عارف ليش. كل منطقة بكشفها بعطيني عليها مهمة صيد جديدة. وين؟ كان هون؟ يا هيا تشوفوا.
Ah, you are returned, my lord.
I collected your colleagues' preliminary findings. Here, take them.
My thanks. I shall study them and inform you forthwith if I discover aught that might aid you in your fight against Ultima.
طيب.
Cyril,
خير إن شاء الله.
your survey party suffered several losses in Kretov. Losses which could have been avoided, had the others not chosen to complete their work instead of saving their friends. Were these your orders?
No. This was their choice. Every Undying devotes his life to the service of the Phoenix.
فينيكس.
It is our sole duty.
قصة.
And should we
قصة عندكم.
die in discharging it, so be it.
Even when death is avoidable.
My lord, I fear that this is not a point over which it would be fruitful to argue. The Undying have served the Phoenix for countless generations, and your opinion of our methods, however earnest, is not like to change them. We live to serve the Phoenix. Our very order exists for that purpose, and that purpose
عنده
alone.
معبط.
Cyril, I know that you and your brethren answer only to Joshua, but allow me to offer you a word of advice. It does not further the cause of the Phoenix to have his loyal followers surrender their lives without good reason. Provide your
مش
survey parties
عاجبني
with an
هذا
escort,
السوري هذا. أنا مش عاجبني
that
مرة.
they might live to do their duty for years to
شخصيته
come.
هيك غثيثة.
Think not only of how you can serve the Phoenix, but how Joshua would want you to serve him. Please. For all our sakes.
I thank you for your advice, my lord. If you will permit me to respond, our faith in his grace, Joshua Rosfield, is absolute, and we of the Undying will do what we believe is right as first shield to the Phoenix, I am sure you understand what...
I do.
Then we are of the same mind. And it is my hope that we may continue to do our duty together.
خلاص خلصنا. قرفتنا سوالفك الفاضية. اعمل واجبك بدون ما تموت. سوالف فاضية. لازم تموت اصحابك طلع لسه رمشات. طلع ايه ما في كان هاي ضبط. اوكي دلميلن المهمة الجانبية الأخيرة حتى هذه اللحظة.
Take that, you naughty thief!
Clive! To what do I owe the pleasure? I just wanted to see how the town's been faring since you brought everyone together.
Since we brought everyone together, all is absolutely wonderful. Conrad and Natalie's hands remain safely away from each other's throats
مليح.
and firmly at the helm. Our stores are full, and the bandits still too disorganized to raid them. Just as the good Lady Jane and Lord Underhill intended.
Are you a lord? Lubor's going to be one too. They're going to make him the Lord of Dalamil, because of how he stopped all the grown-ups from fighting.
It's the mayor of Dalamil, dear child, and the vote hasn't taken place just yet. But if the people wish me to lead them, I shall. And my first act will be to build a school so that menaces like you two learn not to interrupt your elders. Speaking of menaces, there may be a rather worrying one just over the horizon.
May there indeed.
أيوة هذا هو.
I'm afraid the example Conrad and Natalie set in putting aside their differences and presenting a united front might have caught the bandits' attention. And they might have elected to take a similar approach. They have formed what one could call a League of Outlaws, and they grow more organized by the day.
We'll fight them all off just like last time, no matter how many of them there are. Won't we, Lubor?
Of course we will. If we continue to work together, we can overcome any challenge we choose to face. The longer we avoid facing this one, the more difficult it will be. Until the only way to overcome it might be to run for the hills. Our best hope is to nip these efforts at organization in the bud by finding those ne'er-do-wells who have yet to join the cause and ensuring that they never do. Perhaps a certain Lord Underhill might be willing to lend us his aid once more.
How could I refuse?
Thank you, my lord. Victor will fill you in on the particulars. I have him stationed by the desert gate, receiving and collating reports from my scouts. Such an amenable soul. He reminds me of you.
I'll go and speak with him.
What's the difference between a lord and a mayor? That's easy. One of them swings a sword, the other...
يا حبيبي عجبتني المحادثة.
A League of Outlaws. Sounds like we have some competition. Still in Dalamil, Victor?
Ah,
Sid.
I thought you'd have returned to Cosnis by now.
I did.
Oh,
then I came back. I've developed something of a fondness for the place. And having worked so hard to see it saved from one fate, it would seem remiss to abandon it to another. A sentiment Master Lubor certainly isn't shy about exploiting. Hence my doing his bidding yet again.
You're not the only one.
What does he want you to do?
He asked for my aid in putting down the bandits. And he said that you might be able to help me find them.
Then you've come at just the right time. I was on my way to speak with Conrad about how to organize our forces. There are more camps in the vicinity than we can safely strike at once. But we must strike together And we must strike soon at as many camps as we can. We can't give this league of theirs time to rally its forces.
All right. Which camp shall I take?
There's one upriver. Just out there, across the dunes.
Leave it with me.
That's him! The one who killed Locke and Fingers! Take his head off!
مش حاب اطول السريع بدي اخلص. سلم لي على اصحابك.
I'd better let Victor know.
Sid, where are you? Ah, I see the bandits didn't pose you any trouble.
No,
عادي تسلاية.
That's not why you're here, is it?
No. Something's happened. We need you back in Dalimil.
What is it?
The whole town's in uproar.
هسه تركنا ما شاء الله
Saying
عليه.
that Lubor is a bearer.
What?
Seems that one of our parties wasn't as thorough as they should have been. They let one of the bandits escape, and his escape route took him right through Dalimil. Some of the children spotted him, and he was about to silence them. And when Lubor felled him with a bolt of magic, and without a crystal.
But that's not possible.
It is if he's a bearer and has been hiding it all these years, which is what people are saying.
حرام يا لوبا.
If he has, well, I wouldn't blame him. No man is branded by choice. Still, all those people see is a man who's lied to them all his life. One who was made a leader of himself when the world believed he should have been a slave.
Fuck.
I don't know where we go from here, but I know one thing. Lubor needs all the friends he can get right now.
You're right.
دم يرسموه معقول للوبا.
And now everyone knows. I made it a habit to keep a crystal close at hand for just such an occasion. And when that occasion arose, I forgot to reach for it. Well, it was bound to come out sooner or later.
We're sorry, Lubor. We tried to keep running, but we just couldn't anymore.
There's nothing to be sorry for. I rather enjoyed playing the hero for once. All that matters to me is that you two are safe.
Look at him talking to his betters like it's nothing. All lies, I'll wager. Just like the ones he fed us all these years.
Once people make up their minds, it's hard to change them. We need to do something, and quickly.
بدهم شغلة بس
Convince the
يرقصوا
people not to
فيها.
let their prejudices blind them. Convince them that nothing has changed. That their enemy lies outside these walls, not within them.
You're right. We should speak to everyone.
I'm glad you agree. I'll handle the townsfolk. I'm a Dalmec born and bred. They listen to me. You head to the tavern. Make Conrad and Natalie remember who Lubor really is. They know that Lubor and I are friends. I might not make for the most impartial of interlocutors. Lord Underhill of Randalar's League of Merchants, however, is a trusted and impartial mediator of note.
I'll do what I can. Lubor, stay here with the children. I can't promise anything, but we'll try.
And that is all I can ask of you.
Why are you taking the bearers?
Why do they always have to make such a fuss?
You all along that he was...
Forgive me for disturbing you, but could I have a moment of your time?
I've seen your face before.
As have I. Lord Underhill, wasn't it? Of the League of Merchants.
That's right. I wanted to speak to you about Lubor.
The rumors that he's a bearer. All true, I'm afraid.
He'll never be mayor now. Not if I have anything to do with it.
But what of his wares? Bearer or no, his steel is highly valued throughout the Republic. In this at least he's done the town a service. Might that not earn him a little leniency?
Leniency? He pretended to be one of us when he was laughing behind our backs all the while.
I'm sorry, my lord, but he lied to us. He lied to you. He cannot be trusted.
So what do you propose? Will you drive him from his home? Close his forge?
Perhaps. That is a question for the people of Dalimil.
And they will
thank you not to get involved.
The townsfolk have made their minds up. There was nothing I could do.
Nor I. Conrad and Natalie refused to consider anything but their own wounded pride.
You never know. Once their anger is cooled, they might see things differently. For now, we should report back to Lubor.
خليه يجي معانا على المخبأ يسلم.
Why the hell would Victor take the bearer's side? I assume the situation is hopeless?
ماخذ الأمور ببراد أعصاب مش طبيعي.
But perhaps not in this lifetime, I think it's fair to say.
You mustn't think like that, Lubor. Give them time. They'll come around. We'll talk some sense into them in the end, you'll see.
No, you won't. And your efforts would be better spent elsewhere.
But Lubor...
Rosina would often tell me that steel does not lie. That a blade is a reflection of the smith who forged it. To yourself be true, that was her point. Rather an ironic one when you consider that her life was taken with a blade of her own making. But I do not doubt that she was always true to herself and what she believed in, right to the end. And so must I be. I must do what I know to be right, no matter what others might think of me. And now, I know what that is. I must embrace my new role of villain so that the people of Dalimil have something to unite against. For only united can they hope to stand against the threat that awaits them. I'll need to make a suitably dramatic exit, of course.
Don't go, Lubor. You're the only one who was ever kind to us. We'll be all alone. Again.
Trust me, little ones. It is for the best that I go. Not only for the town, but for you, too.
How could it possibly be for the best? These children need you. The least you can do is give the townspeople a chance to change their minds.
قصته مؤثرة صراحة. بعد ما كان هيك طايش تحسه.
Over, you say?
ومش طايش وعقله رزين ووزين. بس هيك تصرفاته شباب يعني.
But it seems you had me fooled as well.
Victor.
Forget it. Do what you will.
You sure you're making the right choice, Lubor?
Of those available to me, I believe it's the best one. Yes. But where are my manners? Here. Your reward for clearing out that bandit camp. Right then. I have packing to do.
If there's anything I can do. Anything.
I'll bear it in mind. Thank you.
اوكي هيك ما ظلش اشي اتوقع. المنطقة كاملة. تمام. كله ما في اي مهام جانبية. هيك بنكون انهينا المهام الجانبية. بجوز يطلع لنا مهمتين صيد. ولا مهمة. عارفش. لمكتبك لايف. شوفوا هسه.
Covered in nicks and lumps, the lot of them.
جولة سريعة في المخبأ هيك. مختار ما عنده اشي كويس. همسة زبون.
Oh, I wasn't expecting you back so soon. Come to claim your just desserts? All yours.
قريبات ما ظل شيء.
Come again. I may have more for you.
نروح على غرفتك لايف. قبل ما نروح على غرفتك لايف نشوف شو العتاد والايكون اللي مخبينا. مين بعث لنا خطاب؟ ظهر كثير مذكرات انا مش عارف ايش. تمام. مع خطاب إلويز عن رحيل هيدور ننهي حلقة اليوم من سلسلة تختيم فاينل فانتسي 16. أتمنى أنكم تكونوا استمتعتوا. إذا وصلتوا لهون لنهاية الحلقة معناته أنتم مبسوطين ومستمتعين في الحلقة. فعشان تتابعوا الحلقات اللي بعدها بدنا اشتراك في القناة وتفعيل جرس التنبيهات. اشتراك ببلاش. ببلاش. أنا مش طالب بفلوس ولا اليوتيوب طالب بفلوس. تشترك في بلاش تضغط سبسكرايب او اشتراك اذا كانت الواجهة عربية وبتفعل جرس التنبيهات وكل ما انزل حلقة تيجيك مباشرة. واذا كنت حاب تدعم القناة اكثر واكثر شاركنا بلايك حلو وشارك الحلقة مع الاصدقاء. جزء في عندك اصدقاء كثير بيحبوا تختيمات. انا لهون بكون انهيت الحلقة. احلى تحية مني لكم. كان معكم محمد ملكاوي. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.